Hi. There's one truth that has fascinated me about the concept called success. It's been my favorite actually since I discovered it, and I have tried to keep within that truth. That truth will benefit you, all right, in your pursuit of success. That's what I want to share today on Licensed to Succeed. And I'll be looking at one mystery to decode to be successful. One mystery to decode to be successful. Welcome to Licensed to Succeed. Now, I'll tell you a short story. A very important guest, a leader, went to visit with some people, a family that looked up to him, that had a lot of regard for him, and one that he was also fond of. All right. They were made up of two sisters. And so when the leader showed up, one sister got into the kitchen, because the leader comes with his team. He had a team of 12 people who followed him everywhere. And so the leader felt this is such an important person. We have a lot of regard for him. She got into the kitchen, began to prepare, all right, so that she can entertain them. Okay, maybe they came in the afternoon. Probably she thought lunch was appropriate, or maybe it was night. And in which case, she went around running to quickly make, a sumptuous dinner for them. Now, this was the senior sister. The junior sister, on the other hand, all right, kept, running around this leader, all right, sat near the leader, just paying attention to everything that the leader had to say. When the senior sister, as is rightly to be expected, looked around, where is this, my junior sister? I mean, she's a lady. She ought to know that we have to, serve these people, entertain them. I mean, she couldn't possibly have just gone to sit with the leader. I mean, that's probably inappropriate or even irresponsible of her. And so she ran to check her out, saw that she was with the leader. Out of courtesy, I believe, she said to the leader, "Hey, sir, why are you encouraging this lady to sit with you here? I mean, she ought to be with me in the kitchen. All right, it's a lot for me to prepare for, 13 of you, 12 of those guys that follow you, and all of us that are already in the house. I mean, I could really do with her help. In any case, that's where she's supposed to be. She's a lady, all right?" And she must have been shocked at the response that the leader gave. And the leader said to her, he said, "Look, you have been encumbered by many things. All right, you said, but you see your sister here, she has made the right choice to focus on the right thing. He said, one thing is needful, and that's the choice that she has made. And that choice, no one will take away from her." A powerful story there that teaches us so much about what it takes to succeed. When I reflect on that story, I can't but come to the conclusion that it's simple to achieve success. Really, it's simple to achieve success. Very simple. It's so simple, it's unbelievable. Why did I come to that conclusion? All right, in that story, the leader who was Jesus, by the way, said, one thing is needful. And that's a statement that always gets me thinking. It's an awesome statement, it's a profound truth. All right. One thing is needful. And that's what Mary, that's the junior sister, has chosen. She made the right choice. She's focusing on the right thing. All right. That was what mattered most if she really wanted to be successful. The sister was doing a good thing. It's good. All right. The people have come, courtesy, entertain them. Be a good hostess, especially when both of you are women. But there is one thing that is good, there is another thing that is right and needful. The good thing may not be needful. The good thing may not even be relevant. You can do something good without it being right. You want to be successful, you have to do the right thing, not just a good thing. It turns out, of course, that the right thing is a good thing, but often people don't understand it because they are not sensitive. In this case, a profound insight was given. He said, one thing is needful, and this lady, your junior sister, has made that choice, and no one will take it away from her. So, you want to be successful? There is one thing that is needful. There is one thing that is needful. You want to be successful? There is one thing that is needful. There is one thing that you must discover. There is one thing that you must learn. There is one thing that you must know to do and commit yourself to doing it that will bring about success. One thing is needful. So, in that endeavor that you are already pursuing, or in that endeavor that you are considering to pursue, what you should be asking, one thing is needful. What is it? What is that one thing? What must I do is another way to express that one thing. I saw this concept somewhere else where a rich man, already wealthy, you would think is successful. But I think we've already dealt with the fact that wealth is not success. Okay? And, if you are not clear about that, then maybe you should check, an earlier video where I addressed the issue, what is success? So go check that video. All right. And, and the question he was asking was, what must I do to experience true success? I'm paraphrasing that. He said, what must I do to inherit eternal life? In which case, he didn't regard himself as successful yet, indeed. Because if he did, then he would have acquired the eternal life. He was rich, but it wasn't something that his money could buy. Just as success, true success, can be purchased with money. All right. So the long and short of that story was that he was told by this leader, by Jesus, to whom he ran. He said, there is one thing you lack. He said, you claim to have done so many things. You claim to have followed so many principles. You have obeyed the laws and stuff like that. You have even done it since you were young. He said, but there is one thing that you lack. You still lack one thing. You still lack one thing. That is, the success that you desire, if you will discover the one thing that is missing and do it, the success will be in your hands. So, what was keeping him from true success was the lack of knowledge of that one thing. He lacked the knowledge of that one thing. And it was interesting that he came asking, "What shall I do? What must I do?" There is something that you must do. You don't know it yet. That's why you are not successful. If you will know one thing that is required in that your initiative, in that your particular endeavor, in that business enterprise that you have chosen, success is in view. Success becomes within reach. Life becomes a lot easier for you. It's so profound that it was said about that sister, Mary, that she made the right choice. She identified the one thing, focused on it, and we were told no one will be able to take it away from her. That's it. When you get that one thing, and you know that this is the one thing, no one will take it away from you. Nothing, that is, he was saying, nothing will stand in the way of her success. Nothing. Because she has discovered the path to success, she's committed herself to following it, and she will get to that point. She will attain the success. So it's a mystery. You want to achieve success, you need to know one thing. One thing is needful. If you locate it, then you'll be on the path to success, and that path will be sure. One thing is needful, and you can discover it. Just like Mary did, you can discover that one thing. But how do you discover it? By asking. That man went asking the master, "Good master, what must I do?" That's the question. That's the question. Is the mystery to unraveling the one thing that makes for success. You ask, and you ask a good master. That is, you ask someone who is knowledgeable. You ask people who understand how things work in the area that you have chosen. That's how. It's so simple. People want to do their own thing. People want to reinvent the wheel. No, whatever it is you are doing, whatever it is you are trying to succeed at, somebody else has done it before. Some failed, but some succeeded. There are people still doing it today that are successes. Locate them. Learn from them. Ask them, what is the one thing? Whatever they tell you is the one thing. Whatever they tell you is the one thing. And if I might add, whatever they tell you to do, if the people you have run to can be regarded as good masters, that is, they have a knowledge, not just superficial, not theoretical, they have experienced, the knowledge, and they have experienced, the working of that knowledge. They have proofs to show that this thing works. And you learn from them. Whatever they tell you to do, do it. That's the key to success. That's the key to success. If people have succeeded in our area, in the area we have chosen before, why do we want to reinvent the wheel? What do we need to do, therefore? Ask them. What do we need to do? Ask them. What do we need to do? Ask them. That's how to unravel the one thing. When that sister Mary went to sit at the feet of Jesus, listening to what he was saying, she was hearing the one thing. She was looking to secure the one thing, which, if she did, will bring her success. So you see that success is simple, all right? Is to know the way. If you don't, a lot of labor and there will be nothing to show. The labor of the foolish man, it will weary him. He will get tired. Himself and everyone following him. Why? Because he does not know how to achieve success. It's about knowing. And there is one thing, and you get it from the people who have been there, who have done that. One thing is needful for you to be successful. It takes humility, by the way. It takes you humbling yourself, looking for such people, seeking them out, so that you can hear from them, so that you can pick the one thing that is needful. I will talk to you about someone later who discovered the one thing, but unfortunately could not do it because of some other factor. And it was a shame. All right, it was a shame. He had success within reach. He had from the best of the best, and he still failed to implement what he was told to do the one thing that was going to give him the dimension of success that he was looking for. What a shame. You don't want to be in that position, but I'll talk about that, some other time. Maybe I'll even talk about that, when we meet on Friday. But that's it for today. Thank you for joining me. This is Licensed to Succeed, and we have been examining the one mystery to decode in order for you to be successful. All right, success can be cheap, can be simple. All right, if you know the one thing that will lead to it, and it's usually not more than one thing. That's the mystery. That's the mystery. One thing is needful. All right, make that choice and commit yourself to doing it, and the rest, as they say, will be history. The rest, as they say, will be history. So thank you for joining me today. It's been Licensed to Succeed. Let's meet again on Friday when I will advance this discussion, and we'll go a bit deeper into it. And I believe, by the grace of God, that it would be a great blessing. We meet every Tuesday and every Friday. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Share the link as well. All right. Let people learn how to succeed God's way and knowing God's will for success. That's the essence of this channel. And that's what we're committed to. All right. And if you are listening, you are one of those that we have been sent to. There's something here that will change your life, that will change your approach, that will give you fulfillment, take you to the ultimate height of success in life. My name remains Olatunji, your anchor. Thank you once again for joining. Bye-bye.